What's happening?
We're here with Easy E. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
When did you start doing free radio?
Free radio?
Yeah. When did you get into radio?
Actually, I'm a Desert Storm vet. I was in the military for 12 years. I was part of Armed Forces Network. I was a supply sergeant too. So I did a little bit of that when I was in the military. And I also was a DJ in the clubs. I was a producer. So when I got out, I had a song that I produced a long time ago. I went to this radio station, which is this station. It was called Hot 101.5. And I asked the guy, could he play my song on the radio? I was dressed up similar to like this. He thought I was a rapper. I told him I was a producer and a DJ. He like, nah. I'm like, yeah. So he talked to me. Long story short, he like, I like your swag. You sound like you're cool. Come here. He took me in his office. And next thing you know, he said, bring back a resume. I brought it back. And boom. Like a month later, he hired me. And I've been in radio since that time, since '92.
That's great. What inspired you to realize that this is something that you want to do for the rest of your life?
Honestly, this was a head bumper because I didn't expect like anything else you wouldn't expect in life sometimes. This was unexpected because I was, like I said, I was a radio DJ. I was a DJ in the club, a mixer. So being a radio DJ, I did it in the Armed Forces Network, but I didn't know I would get to the bigness of doing it in the city. So when he asked me, and I was like, I wasn't gonna turn it down. So I was like, yeah. He said, okay. So he started me working. I was working 12 midnight to 6 in the morning, doing the old school stuff. All the stuff we do now is totally different what we done back in the day. We had to go and we had a wall of CDs from A to Z, numbered, and we had commercials. So it was everything was handpicked. It was nothing that was like electronic like it is now. So.
Yeah, speaking on back in the day, how has radio evolved since its early days, like when you first started getting involved with it?
It has evolved a lot. I mean, evolution was crazy because right now it's like I can record in different cities and not be there. I've done a morning show in Atlanta. I did a stint in Savannah, Tallahassee. I'm in Panama City right now, as well as here in Jacksonville. Tampa, so in Miami, so I'm syndicated in different parts of the city now. I've done every part of radio from morning shows to nighttime.
As a Jacksonville native and legend,
I'm actually from Savannah.
Oh, okay.
I've been here since I joined the service in 1980.
Right.
And I'm originally from Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
That's my dad. But you can say I'm a native of Jacksonville, so don't get it twisted. You can say it. I'm a native. Yeah.
Okay. So how have you seen radio shape Jacksonville's music scene, like from when you first started to now? How has the landscape kind of shifted throughout time?
So far, like music wise,
yeah,
hip hop has changed. The dynamics of hip hop is changed in a good way. It's helped a lot of. Like for me, it's a lot of guys that was in the music business trying to get a record deal, and a lot of guys out there I've actually helped get record deals. They were like one-hit wonders. I won't specifically call it their names, but they know who they are. They always came back and told me, "Oh, when I get a record deal, I'm gonna come back and take care of you, blah blah blah." But if they didn't, it was cool because God always took care of me. So I always been blessed by helping other people come in here, sit them down. Give me a song, I'll play this song on the radio, I interview them, this was every Friday, and just give back to the community in that sense. And a lot of guys got actual record deals from that.
What are some of the most memorable moments or interviews?
Oh my God. Who do I start with? Memorable? I would say Michael Jackson's daddy. Let me say, I met Michael Jackson's father, I met Prince. I met Christina Aguilera. Was it Christina Aguilera? On the elevator. Didn't know it was her until I got off the elevator and the doors closed. And she said, "Come here," and the doors closed. This was in Las Vegas though. This was in Las Vegas when it happened. But Little Kim was interesting. Met Tupac one time. Met the Notorious B.I.G. Outkast. I have a laundry list of names. Shantae Moore. I haven't met Drake. I would like to meet him. Usher. Met Diddy. Who hadn't met Diddy? Who else have I met? It's a long list, man. If I had to sit and tell you them names, you about would fall to the floor. But I've met some heavy hitters. Some of them here, some of them have passed away. So I've been doing this like 33 years. So I've met a lot of people come to Jacksonville. I don't know if you remember, if you're from here, but we used to have this thing called Come Together Day on Metropolitan Park. We had a lot of big stars come through. Met Destiny Child, Beyonce, Kelly, Brandy, New Edition. Yeah, this goes on and on. So I got pictures to show you too. Yeah,
okay. How would you describe the current state of Jacksonville's music scene and what makes it unique?
Jacksonville, because we Duval, man. We represent. I mean, this place is say what you want, man, but I love Jacksonville, man. Duval is the spot, man, for up and coming artists. First it was like I think New York, then Atlanta, then Cali. I say a little bit of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, the stomping ground is here. ATL too. Did I say ATL? That man, Mr. Lane? Yeah. But this is the spot right here. So.
Are there any local artists or acts that you believe deserve more recognition as of right now?
All of them. I'm not going to be specific on none of my things. All of them should be recognized, man. So don't leave nobody out, because the place is hot, man. You know what I'm saying? You can put your finger and get the sizzle. But I just got to, real talk, but they got to be consistent and want to, number one, be polished and know the business. You can't just come in. I hate people that come to the studio and don't know the business. You got to, I love teaching it to them, but if you got a manager, please let me know they got to know the business about getting ASCAP and BMI and copyrights and trademarks and all kinds of, I said because of something else, but they got to know the business. If you have a manager, please let your managers know that they got to know the business. They can't just walk you into this thing and you not be polished, not ready for the interview, know how to conduct yourself, because it can get ugly real quick.
How do you see radio contributing to the future of music and culture in Jacksonville?
How do I see the radio? Myself.
Both.
Just continue doing what I'm doing because I love what I do. And I tell it to anybody, if you love what you do, it can make a lot of money for you. And for me, I never looked at the money. I just looked at the excitement. I love doing what I do. I don't care who was in here, what time I had to be here. I paid my dues. So like I said, I've met and talked to everybody from A to Z. I haven't met Michael. I wanted to meet Michael Jackson before he passed away, but that's one of the guys I really wanted to actually meet and talk to, but never got a chance to. But I've met a lot of great, wonderful artists. Some good and some were crazy. And I'm here, and I'm ready to I continue to keep doing it. So.
Do you think it's harder for new acts of music to break into the scene since radio is limited to restrictions set by the record labels?
It can be. It can be very hard. Like I said, if you don't have a good organization of backup people to help you so far as in the business, you can get lost in the sauce real quick. So you got to really be up on your game, because one day if your manager decide to walk up to you, you got to go to another brand. They got to start up. They got to start where that person left off. But you got to just be knowing what's going on with the business and how people treat you and about streams, and everything is like numerical now. It's a number thing. When you get to TikTok and Instagram and stuff, that everything is all about numbers. I mean, you know, people got a presentation to you. You can't just go out there and just be whatever. But you just got to be ready when the time comes. So.
If streaming was introduced during the years you began your journey, do you think you would have had the same impact upon Jacksonville when it comes to music?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd been same. Well, yes and no, because like I said, radio is evolved, it's different now. So back then, like I said, we just had MySpace, and then it was Facebook and Instagram, and then we had I think the Hootsuite. It's a lot of Snapchat. So, but MySpace was the only thing everybody had back in the day. So the connection was not like it is now, so far as doing what we do now today. So everybody pulling out their phones and filming stuff now. They got spy wells, smart glasses, all kind of stuff now. I know because I got a pair on over here. I had my Ray-Bans, but yeah.
Oh yeah. How much longer do you believe radio can sustain relevance as the music industry continues to grow in its way of playing music today?
Forever. Love radio. Radio's here to stay. I love radio. I'll tell anybody that in a minute. So Bottom line.
I have a question. Can you talk to me about the Duval chant? Like how
Sure
you
can.
came up with it, what went through your head?
I heard the Duval chant in the street here in Jacksonville, and it was saying a lot. So I took it back. I came back to the studio one night, it was a long time ago, and I was like, I'm gonna spell mine differently. I'm gonna spell it with D, 5 U's, 4 V's, 3 A's, and 2 L's. And then I came up with this right here. So I would either talk about it or I would play it on on the mix shows with Dr. Doom, DJ Snow, whoever was in the DJ Bam Bam, and they would play my drop, play my drop, and then it was spreading like wildfire, like crazy. And then the Jaguars picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got with 95 South and Quality DJs. He the one who did Michael Jordan's movie.
Mm-hmm.
So he said he was gonna come up with a song. We had all the Jaguars rapping. Fred Taylor, Keenan McCardell. I'm like, shit, let's do it. So we did it. Took off. It was called Uh-Oh for the Jaguars. Then they interviewed some guy on TV and they asked him, well, what did the Duval chant start? He said, it started on the radio with Eazy-E. See, that's the guy been saying it on the radio for years So then that's when the story hit. I showed it on YouTube. And it went from there. Then they called me, and it blew up overnight. But I was doing the Duval shit, like, on the radio before the Jaguars even knew what it was saying themselves. And then it just caught on. And they asked me, people asked me why didn't I trademark it? Because hell, I didn't know what would do this fantastic. And now it's all overseas, it's nationwide, it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere. I feel very blessed to know that I popularized it and got it going. And I had the Washington Post do an interview with me, NBC Universal, gotta give them a shout out. Folio Weekly.
Shout out.
Yeah. So I appreciate all the love, man, and I just want to keep it going and tell Jack we got a new Jaguar team now, so we got a new coach now, so let's win these games.
So like back in the day when you would choose songs by CDs and things like that, you would kind of like discover new artists that way because like people would come up and like drop off CDs, right? And
For local groups?
Yeah, or like new artists and stuff like that, like trying to get their foot in the door.
Yeah.
It would be like they would hear their song on the radio.
I was the first DJ to start playing local groups on the record. Doc Winters told me, he's like, I don't need you playing no locals, but I went ahead and did it anyway, and he gave me a pass because at first no jock in the city was doing it.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing it. I called it the local spotlight. Then I had a show that was full of entertainment. I had the top 5 at 8. I had this show called Deep Dark Secrets. People would call and confess about stuff real nasty stuff, crazy stuff. And then I had Lover's Lane, and then I had a local spotlight at night, every night. And it just blew up.
Are there any like risks still in the business when you want to go like play a new song that might not be very known?
We still support local groups. I mean, right now people are doing their own thing. It's podcasters that they got going on now. People play this music on TikTok and other things, but radio is very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So when we introduce people to the public on the air, when I did it back then, I would sit them down and interview them, play their song, and then throughout the week, I would have the person that had the best song, I'd play the song. One time I did a high school compilation. It was called a Ghostwriter CD. And me and this guy created, and I had T-Roy with me. And we went to every school, found the best rappers, and either it was me or the other guy produced their music, and then we had the schools battle each other. And me and T-Roy just went to every location, and it was nuts. That thing took off. And then the company bought the rights to the station, to the CD because it was so hot.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was called a Ghostwriter CD.
Yeah, you just see like on TV shows and stuff from like when they do like biopics
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
and they're like,
yeah.
"Oh, our song's playing on the radio," and it's like
Yeah.
the first time that's like their big break. I
Mhm.
feel like you don't really see that anymore
Yeah.
because
No, you don't. You talk about when you play songs, but people just love radio was powerful. I mean,
Yeah.
every little bit helps. So back then, if I played your song on the radio, you make sure you tune in, call all your friends, your girlfriends and shit, and then it was good. It was
Yeah.
real good. Yeah, yeah.
Cool.